we've all seen it before when something is created, whether it be a book, a manga, a comic, whatever, and changes are made to it when they do it either in television or in movies. A lot of the times it leaves fans pissed when it isn't done the way that they want, because people want to see this, what they've seen in these books or mangas and things, translated onto the small or big screen and done in really good ways. We know it's upsetting to the fans, but most of the times it's really upsetting to the creators who have to deal with the fact that some of these companies bold-facedly lie to them. There's no other way to put it. They bold-facedly lie to them and tell them, listen, this is going to happen. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do the other. We're going to be faithful to what you want. And then they turn around and they do their own thing. And when the creators speak up against it, they try their best to silence them and try to play whatever little dancing around game they want to cover themselves. But bottom line, they want to take what has been created and change it into what they think they want it to be, not what it's supposed to be. Sometimes you get faithful adaptations, but most of the times you get something that makes you want to just roll your eyes to the back of your head and bring them forward again. It's not well. But somebody is speaking out against it. The creator of Hajime no Ippo, that's the boxing manga, has a few things to say. Hajime no Ippo mangaka Jyoji Morikawa speaks out against adaptations making changes to source material. The author is absolute. We'll read that again. The author is absolute. Absolute. That's it. No ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. In the wake of sexy Tanako-san mangaka Hinako Ashihara's death, yes, I did hear about that. That was very, very tragic. My condolences to her family. Very tragic. Hajime no Ippo mangaka Jyoji Morikawa has revealed that the source material respect issues she was dealing with in the months leading up to her passing are far from rare, and he went through a similar situation with the anime and stage adaptations of his iconic boxing manga. In the days prior to her death, Ashihara had opened up about the frustrating and traumatic experience she had in dealing with the producers of Nippon TV's live-action Sexy Tanaka-san series, particularly in regards to the blatant breaking of a promise to not modify the source material in its translation to the small screen. Say, people, as a creator, you put your heart and soul into something, and you want to see it done right. Because you created something, because you made something that is so iconic, that is so amazing, you want to look at it and say, this is the work I have done. I am proud of it. It has been translated into this. This is a faithful adaptation of it, and your fans will like it. But when you have to deal with all these frustrating experiences, that you're trying to get something done, and a lot of these big companies and things go out of their way to frustrate you, to think with you, it can cause people to have serious mental breaks, depression, all these kind of things. You start to worry about it. And, this piling up of it is probably what happened to her. And again, as I say, I have deepest condolences to her family, but it's not nice. It's not nice at all. On January 27th, the bread and butter mangaka then proceeded to delete the majority of their Twitter posts and replaced them with what would end up being their final tweet. According to police, sometime soon after, Ashihara took her own life, notably an alleged suicide note, its contents supposedly detailing the reason behind Ashihara's death has been found by the Tokyo Metropolitan Police. Now, again, let me just say this. As I said before, condolences to her family, but if you or anybody that you know is struggling, if they have something that's weighing down on them, talk to somebody, get some help. Sometimes just talking to somebody and getting it out there can do an immeasurable amount of good instead of holding it all in. It can really and truly help you to move on. There are all kinds of suicide prevention hotline, all kinds that you could speak to somebody. It's never the answer. I know sometimes people get pushed to that point. I'm not going to judge anybody. I say anything wrong. We don't know, but I'm just saying, please reach out to get some help. Please do that. They say that the note's exact words have yet to be disclosed. Speaking out in hopes of preventing any future such tragedies, Morikawa took to his personal Twitter account on January 31st to reveal that, like Ashihara, he had also been subject to such studio mistreatment while working on the anime and stage adaptations of Hajime no Ippo. When I first started serializing Hajime no Ippo, I was approached by a number of companies about an anime or movie rather soon after the series started. I wasn't interested in those things at all, so I kept turning them down. About 10 years later, a company came to see me with a large group of people, and I nodded to their enthusiasm and offered them a condition. Please don't disappoint the readers who have bought 40 volumes of the manga. You see, this is why I have such respect for mangakas. Listen to what he said. Please don't disappoint the readers who have bought 40 volumes of the manga. He cares about his fans. He cares about them being happy. He cares, please don't disappoint them because they have put their time, their energy, and most importantly, their money into buying this manga. They enjoy it. Please make anything that you do a faithful adaptation so that they are actually happy. That's what they want. That's what it is. It's not about give me the money, do what you want, and if the fans don't like it, don't worry. I will attack them online for you. No. Morikawa then confessed that upon seeing how far the anime adaptation's second episode deviated from his original story, he proclaimed to the series production team, "That's not what you promised. Stop now. If you don't stop, I will stop the serialization." Everyone involved was in a panic, but I was not satisfied. However, his speaking out ultimately paid off, as after threatening to cancel Hajime no Ippo's serialization, I was assured that they would improve the quality of the work, and I backed off for the time being. After that, the work turned out great and we developed a relationship of trust. So I stopped checking the script and left it entirely in their hands. So you see, let them know off the bat. From the second episode, he could see that they had completely deviated from his original story and he was having none of that. He says, stop it or I stop making the book one time. And if he stopped making the book, they have nothing to draw from to continue. So they agreed, they worked out something, they decided to do it, and he said, okay, fine, I'll back off now. We have a good working relationship, and I will let you continue to do what you have to do. I thank the first and second directors for their hard work. I knew they were doing their best, so I felt a mixture of I'm sorry and I can't accept it, but I told myself that the priority was the readers. I tell them, this is why I like these people. The priority was the readers. That is the kind of attitude you need to have as a creative going forward. And I acted accordingly. I gave them the condition that if they would accept Kohei Kiyasu as the scriptwriter, I would leave everything to him. The editor in charge at Kodansha, the program producer and the production company, worked very hard and always reporting back to me on the progress and results. These are my experiences. I don't want to reveal too much about it. Okay. It takes energy and courage to stop something that has started running. I don't even want to remember the heartache I went through. There are other examples like the writer who really stopped the airing of an anime for 2 weeks because he didn't agree with it. There was also the writer who voluntarily terminated the anime because it interfered with the serialization of his work. Or the one who went to court and won the case because he said the story was different from what he was told. Yeah, they tell you one thing. Okay, they come to you, they assure you, yes, we're going to do it justice. Yes, we want to make it like you. You tell them, listen, the only way I am going to agree to this is if it is done exactly the way it's supposed to be done. You cannot go and make your own thing because the fans are looking forward to what is coming. That's the main priority. They say, yeah, no problem. And then by the first or second episode, you're asking, what the hell is this? And then they act like, well, you're supposed to be happy with it. No. And a lot of, it doesn't get much attention with a lot of these creatives, especially when it comes to manga and stuff. Put a stop to these things as best they can, you know. Some of them cancel work with it, walk away, you know, stop working. Like you say here, there was a writer who really stopped the airing of an anime 2 weeks because he didn't agree with it. There was also the writer who voluntarily terminated the anime because it interfered with the serialization of his work. Or the one who went to court and won the case because he said the story was different from what he was told. Yeah, you gotta speak up. Continues on. I'm not saying that the original author is great at it. However, only the author can protect the work and the readers, and he or she has the responsibility to do so. I hope that you will remember to respect and appreciate them and express your opinions with dignity. Wonderfully said. There are many examples of successful adaptations and alterations of original work. It is also true that many writers look forward to seeing how that part will be expressed. Once a relationship of trust was established, the same was true for me. There's a big difference in the production method between manga and video, and it's extremely difficult to keep the original work as it is. I think the best way to achieve this is for everyone, including the original creator, to be involved with respect and gratitude. As for the priority of gratitude, in the case of manga artists, it is overwhelmingly the readers. Please don't forget that. This is my own subjective opinion, so please keep that as a reference. But it might be his own subjective reference, but it's quite true. It is quite true. Morikawa concluded his thread by emphasizing visualization, one of the options to bring your work far and wide. It's not a requirement. It's okay, you could say that, but I just want to, I think I'll wrap up there. I just want to say, what the man is saying is quite true. Very true. As a creator and you're putting your work out there, you have to be prepared if it's not going the way that you, as the creator, like to put a stop to it. Because the main thing is the fans. If you have built up a fan base that enjoys your work, and you get the opportunity to have it serialized so that, or not serialized, you're able to have it go to the small screen and then even the big screen. You want it to be faithful to the fans who put trust in you. And you have to be willing to say, this is not what the fans want, put a stop to it. Because at the end of the day, creator is king. And you have to have that respect for them and their work. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care. Audio Jungle.